When you first pull away, she doesn't panic. Not immediately. She tells herself it's fine, that you're just busy, that maybe you needed some space. She even feels a quiet confidence whispering in her mind. He's still mine. I've got him right where I want him. But underneath that calm, something subtle starts to stir. An unease she can't quite name yet. Because women are emotional radar systems. They pick up energy, tone, rhythm. And when your energy shifts, she feels it, even before she understands it. That missing text, that sudden silence, it lands somewhere deep inside her. She tells herself not to overthink it, but her subconscious is already whispering, something's changed. And that quiet realization is the first crack in her emotional certainty. Now her ego steps in. It tells her she's fine, that she doesn't care. So she posts something online, a selfie, a quote, something about healing or peace. But that post isn't for her followers. It's for you. It's bait, a test. She wants to see if you'll react, because if you do, it means she still controls your emotions. But if you don't, if you stay calm and silent, that silence begins to echo inside her. Suddenly, her sense of power feels fragile. She starts checking your story views. She starts wondering why you haven't liked her post. And every time she says, I don't care, her mind loops back to you, stronger than before. That's when your silence begins to work. Because silence isn't absence, it's amplification. As days pass, her emotions start to fight each other. One side says, how dare he ignore me? The other side feels anxious, curious, drawn in. See, when a man pulls away without bitterness, women don't see it as rejection. They see it as change. And change makes them curious. They start asking themselves, what's he doing? Who's he with? Why doesn't he care anymore? And that curiosity is the seed of attraction. You're no longer predictable. You're mysterious again. And nothing fuels female attraction more than a man who suddenly becomes a mystery. Now comes the rewiring phase. Her mind begins to replay everything. Not the arguments, not the flaws, but the good moments. The warmth, the laughter, the connection. Because the human brain romanticizes what it can't reach. And since she can't reach you, she starts to idealize you. But here's the truth. She doesn't really miss you. She misses the version of herself she was around you. The way your energy made her feel grounded, seen, centered. That's why space works. It makes her feel the contrast between your presence and your absence. And that contrast is where her desire grows. Her ego won't let her show it though. So she doubles down, acts colder. Maybe she ignores your last text. Maybe she posts a picture with another guy. But that's not confidence. It's performance. Because women who truly don't care disappear quietly. The ones who do care, but won't admit it, perform. Every caption, every story, every I'm fine post, it's all a disguise. And your job? Stay silent. Don't break character. Because every time you don't react, she feels smaller inside the illusion she built. Then comes the night, when the world goes quiet and her thoughts get louder. She starts wondering, did I push him too far? Did I take him for granted? What if he's really moved on? That's the mental trap your silence creates. Uncertainty. And uncertainty is emotional gravity. It pulls her in whether she wants it or not. She replays old conversations, decoding every pause, every emoji, every word, looking for clues that don't exist. Because you haven't done anything. You simply stopped chasing. And your stillness now echoes like thunder in her mind. As her pride fades, her control slips. And that's what really shakes her. Because women crave emotional control. They want to understand the emotional map of a relationship. But when you pull away and stay calm, you erase that map. She can't read you anymore. She can't predict you. And that drives her wild. It's not your absence that hurts her. It's the not knowing. Are you angry? Are you done? Do you still care? Every unanswered question creates emotional tension, and that tension always seeks release. So she starts doing small things, subtle things, watches your story, likes an old post, sends a random, "Hey." That's not coincidence. That's emotional fishing. She's checking if you'll bite, and as you stay calm, something starts shifting. She begins to see you differently. The same silence that once irritated her now commands her respect. Because masculine energy isn't about talking. It's about presence. And the paradox is this: what frustrates her emotionally fascinates her psychologically. Your silence isn't avoidance. It's control. It's power. It's peace. She senses the difference. Your absence isn't weakness. It's strength. And that realization humbles her. Eventually, she starts to miss you. Not out of loneliness, but out of clarity. Because your silence made her see the truth. You were her balance, her calm, her anchor, and now she feels the loss of that. Silence holds up a mirror, and when she finally looks into it, she doesn't just see you. She sees herself, her behavior, her pride, her mistakes, and that's when regret begins to take root. Time passes, but she can't shake the feeling. She scrolls through her phone, almost expecting your name to appear. When it doesn't, a wave of emptiness hits her. Not sadness, just that restless ache. She checks your profile quietly, analyzes your posts, your energy. She used to control the pace, now you do. And she's living inside the uncertainty she once made you feel. That's the silent power shift. Her mind, now deprived of clarity, starts filling in the blanks. And what she imagines hurts more than the truth. She starts thinking, has he met someone new? Has he outgrown me? Is he happier without me? That's what keeps her up at night. Not your silence, her powerlessness. Because emotional security is oxygen to the feminine. And when that oxygen disappears, panic begins. Her thoughts start mirroring yours from before. She becomes the one wondering, checking, hoping. The roles have reversed. You're no longer chasing. She is. And the irony? She feels you more in your absence than she ever did in your presence. Because women connect through emotion. And your silence creates emotion. You might think she'll forget you, but she won't. Women don't forget men who make them feel something real. Especially not the man who stopped reacting. Ignoring her doesn't erase your presence, it amplifies it. You've transformed from predictable to mysterious. And mystery is irresistible. Eventually, she breaks. Maybe she sends a small message. Hey, how have you been? But that message carries more emotion than she'll ever admit. She's not looking for closure. She's looking for reassurance. She wants to know if you're still emotionally available. But when you reply calmly, with peace, not emotion, it throws her off balance. Because now, you've changed. She'll say, you're different. And she's right. You've evolved. You've detached from the illusion that chasing equals love. Now, she's the one chasing clarity. She's the one seeking validation. And that's the true reversal. When you stop feeding her ego, her heart finally wakes up. That's when your silence becomes gravity. She starts coming back, not for attention, but for peace. Because in your calm, she feels something rare, stability. The truth is simple. Giving her space doesn't make her forget you. It makes her see you clearly. She realizes your silence was never coldness, it was self-respect. And that realization is what makes her understand. She'll never find another you. Because real masculine energy doesn't demand attention. It commands it, without ever saying a word.